Hello, guys. Welcome on board. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, just depending on your time and your location. It's me, your girl, ShuntSprings, and let's eat together. Guys, I'm so excited this morning, and I hope everyone is excited just like I am. So guys, let me just gist you while I'm enjoying this food. That one random day that fixed my mood. I want to talk about a random day that fixed my mood. By the way, I am eating potato flakes with soup. Mm. Guys, you know those days when nothing is actually wrong, but you just feel somehow off, as in you're not really in a good mood. That was just me one day. Everything was just doing me somehow like that. I woke up late. My plans didn't work out. Even the food I made, let's just say it was not giving at all. I'm going to tell you guys what happened. I just got tired and said, I beg, let me step outside. I started walking just aimlessly. Then I passed a small bakery. The smell of fresh bread and pastries, just the atmosphere around that bakery was so peaceful and inviting. I stood there like that, just inhaling the smell like it would solve my problems. And ask me what my problems were. I couldn't even figure it out. I can't say. Maybe at that very point in time, I needed a doctor to diagnose my problems because I couldn't figure out anything. Then one older woman beside me just looked at me and said, "You are not having a good day, are you?" I was shocked. I said, Is it that obvious?" She just smiled and said something I'll never forget. You know what? People are very interactive and open-minded in France, and for the most part, in a cosmopolitan city like Paris. She said, when your day feels very heavy, do something small, something that doesn't even make sense, just because it makes you smile. I was like, okay, ma. Next thing, she entered the bakery, and I was just thinking, something that doesn't make sense. What could be this thing that doesn't make sense? What can I do that doesn't make sense? I was just thinking. So I just followed her inside. Not like I had wanted to buy anything, but then I saw this fine, colorful French pastry. You know, that kind that looks so irresistible. I hadn't tasted that before. No, I hadn't tasted that very one before. I said to myself, you know what? This makes no sense right now. Let me buy it though. I also got some bread. I went and sat outside, just by the park. Just me and my random decision. First bite. It wasn't even the best thing I've eaten, but it was okay. But I found myself smiling. I don't even know why. Maybe it was the freedom. Maybe it was doing something different. Maybe I just needed that moment. Then the bird started coming, the pigeon, and I cut the bread into tiny pieces and I just spread it around for them. And they were jumping on each other, eating it, and they were very excited and happy. Before you know it, kids started coming, kids that were playing at the park. At the sight of those pigeons, those birds, the kids started coming. And you know, I was so excited. The kids came around. They were playing with the pigeon. They got the bread from me. They were also feeding the pigeon and they were excited and so happy feeding the pigeon. I looked up. People were rushing. Other kids were still playing. Life was going on. And suddenly, my mood changed. Nothing in my life changed. But how I felt was completely different right now. That's when I realized something. Sometimes we think we need something big to feel better. But honestly, sometimes it's just one small, random thing. Just a quiet moment. Could be inside or outside your house. Just to take a walk. Let go of what you're doing. Take a walk. Freshen up. Get to meet people. Get to smile. Get to laugh. Get to interact with people. Maybe that's what your body needs at that point in time. You may not be able to figure out this alone. So sometimes we need people that can help us to come out of this mood. This old woman was the therapy I needed. She was just there at the right time and for the right purpose. She left and I didn't see her again. But what did she do for me? She helped me to change my mood. She helped me come out from that moody, that sad, that, feeling of I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to meet. She was just there at the right time. And she did what she did for me. And I was so grateful to her. When I got back myself, I returned back home. I got into my house and I realized I was in a good frame of mind to continue with my life and my activities. It was like a burden was lifted off me. A very heavy load was lifted off my head. Now tell me what makes you smile when you are not having it.